I have a breaking news for you viewers. Ethiopian government has expelled 7 UN officials. They have been declared persona non grata. They have been given 72 hours to leave Ethiopia. The Cold War, which was going on between UNOCHA and Ethiopian government about Tigray, has turned into an open confrontation. Ethiopian government has ordered 7 top UN officials to leave Ethiopia. Why did Ethiopian government make this move? Who are these 7 UN officials? What were their jobs? What were their tasks? Firstly, viewers, Mr. Adel Khodar has been told to leave Ethiopia. He is country director of UNICEF, viewers, top man of UNICEF in Ethiopia. He has been told to leave the country in 72 hours. If you remember, just a few days ago, we heard an alarming statement from UNICEF about the plight of children in Tigray. UNICEF had said that tens of thousands of Tigray children were in dire need of humanitarian assistance, and malnutrition rate is very high. That was told by UNICEF. Secondly, viewers, Mr. Sonny Oni Agbula, he is from UN Office of Human Rights. He was monitoring, reporting, and advocacy team leader, another top man of UN human rights body. Thirdly, Mr. Kavasi Sensu Kulote, he is a top man, one of the top men of UNOCHA. He is Peace and Development Advisor of UNOCHA, United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Activities in Ethiopia. And 4 other top officials of UNOCHA. Mr. Saeed M. Harsi, he is Deputy Head of UNOCHA. Mr. Grant Liate, Mrs. Ghada Al-Tahir and Mrs. Marcy Vigoda. These are top men and women working in UNOCHA, United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Activities, which is telling us about what's happening in Tigray. Whatever we are learning about humanitarian crisis in Tigray, it's being told by UNOCHA. UNOCHA is briefing international media, it's briefing the UN, it's briefing other top bodies in the world, and top men of this body, top women of this body, they have been targeted. They've been told to leave Ethiopia within 72 hours. Ethiopian government says that these persons were meddling in internal affairs of Ethiopia. So far, Ethiopian government has not issued a detailed statement about what sort of meddling these 7 UN officials were doing in Ethiopian internal affairs. Within the last 48 hours, we have seen very strong statements from top UN officials. On day before yesterday, Martin Griffith, UN humanitarian chief, gave an interview. In that interview, Martin Griffith said, Tigray situation is a stain on our conscience. He had said that millions could die in Tigray because situation in Tigray was similar to what happened in Somalia almost a decade ago, when tens of thousands of Somalis died in famine. A very strong statement, and he had talked about de facto blockade of Tigray. Then yesterday, UNOCHA held its press briefing. In yesterday's press briefing, UNOCHA said trucks are returning from Tigray, but they are being held at Samra. They're not being allowed to move towards Mekelle, especially trucks carrying aid supplies and fuel tankers. So pressure was building upon Ethiopian government. International community, international bodies were putting pressure upon Ethiopian government that aid is being deliberately blocked to Tigray. Now we have this very bold move from Ethiopian government that it is banning these 7 individuals. It is expelling these 7 individuals. Now viewers, operations of UN bodies in Tigray will be seriously affected by this move, because these are top men, viewers. Adel Hoder is country director of UNICEF. Then 5 top UNOCHA officials have been targeted, and 1 top UN human rights office official of this office, he has been expelled. So working of all these bodies, UNOCHA, UNICEF and UN human rights body, their working will be affected. That is what the intention of Ethiopian government. It seems Ethiopian government must disclose what these 7 UN officials were doing. If they were interfering in internal affairs of Ethiopian government must make public their activities. What were they doing? Were they backing Tigray People Liberation Front? Were they involved in sharing secret information with foreign elements? What is the allegation against them? I mean, just saying that they were meddling in Ethiopian internal affairs. Only this sentence is not enough for us. Ethiopian government must disclose what these 7 persons were doing in Ethiopia. That Ethiopian government has taken such a key decision that it has expelled the 7 key individuals. Viewers, it seems that in coming days we could see further deterioration of relations between Ethiopian government and UN bodies. UN bodies, WFP, other bodies, they have been under pressure in Ethiopia, especially in Tigray. I have done several videos in the past as well. These agencies had some reservations against Ethiopian government, but they wanted to continue their work. Now it seems that it's becoming increasingly difficult for UN bodies to continue working in Tigray. Earlier, Ethiopia banned Doctors Without Borders from working in Ethiopia for several months. MSF is still banned. MSF was doing a wonderful job in Tigray. Now these 7 top UN officials have been expelled. Here's a key development. In coming hours, we could see a response from international community, especially from the US. I thank you for watching.